So many people get scammed on one of the Chinese e-commerce app every day. By the end of this video, I'll be teaching you how to avoid being a victim or get scammed from any of these Chinese e-commerce app if you are trying to import from China yourself without using an agent, especially people living outside China. Well, if you are new here, my name is Dax. I've lived in China for over 6 good years now. And in this video, you will learn how to avoid being a victim or avoid losing your hard-earned money when you are trying to import from China yourself. In my previous videos, I made a video about how to use one app called Idle Fish. In Chinese, is Xianyu. Idle Fish is an app purposely for selling second-hand products, second-hand goods. So unfortunately, on this app, sometimes you might not have a real seller. For example, people living in China, maybe he's not interested in having the oldest iPhone version of iPhone, so he will be willing to sell to somebody cheaper. So that is what the platform or the app is purposely meant for. So therefore, there are few sellers, people who mainly sell second-hand products, and people, for example, native Chinese, who just go there once or twice to sell their second-hand product. So due to this, there are several challenges, and unfortunately, there are several people who has gotten scammed. One smart way these scammers are trying to scam people is what I'm coming to talk about. On the Idle Fish app, in fact, I have bought most of my items there, products, gadgets there, and they are very quality, affordable as well. But you need to be very, very vigilant. On the Idle Fish app, they have some security protection for buyers. So on that app, if you don't want to be scammed, one, make sure you pay on the app. What do I mean by paying on the app? If you are trying to buy anything and the seller tells you, add me on WeChat, send your money to me on Alipay, be warned, you are not protected. You can easily be scammed. Well, so by the end of this video, I'll be showing you practical smart way people are trying to scam others buyers from this app. So this is the homepage of the app, and I'll be showing you real evidence of how they are trying to scam several people. So on this app, once you buy a product from this app, the seller is supposed to put the tracking number on your app between you and the seller, so that you can track on the app. Even if you cannot track it, once you receive it, it will automatically show on the app that the buyer has received the item. Therefore, after you have received the item within 3 days of buying, you can refund the product if you are not satisfied. So how do these scammers smartly scam people? This is what they do. Now, I want to show you a practical example. I was trying to buy a phone, so a laptop. Let me show you. So this one. So this is a laptop that I was trying to buy for someone. So we communicated hello. So I asked several questions about the laptop and everything. So I was okay. Then I paid for the laptop. Now, after paying for the laptop, you can see my address. The seller intentionally sent my address, which I have already filled on in the app. The seller sent it again and kept, you can see AVDJDKKSK. The seller intentionally kept this, and he's asking me in Chinese, are you sure your address is really right? Are you sure it's really right? It looks very wrong. So I knew immediately. I saw that I knew it's wrong because I have already filled the right address on the app. So automatically there shouldn't be any way that there's any mistake. I intentionally went to check, and my address was really right. There was no mistake. So the seller intentionally sent this. Then down, he said, method ahua mintien gain ifa nikan. So he said, okay, if the address is not wrong, I'll send it tomorrow. So the seller sent me a tracking code JDS03 and DAX. Those who are new here, you have never used the app. This tracking code is what you use to receive your product or the product you have bought. So the seller sent me the tracking code in my inbox. Ideally, no seller should send you the tracking code in your inbox. Note this: if any seller sends you the tracking code in your inbox, then you should be suspicious about the seller. The seller might be a scammer. Why do I say so? The seller is supposed to upload this tracking code on the app where you bought the item. At that side, you can see the tracking, and that side you are protected. So the app is serving as an intermediate between you and the seller, so that in case you are not satisfied, you can refund the product after 3 days. So he sent me the tracking code, and I intentionally sent him my address, which is fully right again, and he sent the tracking code, new tracking code. Yeah. So now I was waiting for the product. The product was not appearing. So finally he sent a product and it arrived. So when the product arrived, this is the product. So you can see the same tracking code. You can see 1930 on the screen. 1930. When the product arrived, he made some option. That option is called doubtful. Doubtful means sometimes on any of the Chinese e-commerce app, you can request for payment on arrival. So after the product has arrived, before you pay. So this is what the seller did. Meanwhile, I have already paid the money, but he still requested for this payment on arrival. Meanwhile, I've already paid. Why is he doing that? Let me explain that to you. So this is the money that I had to pay. So when the item arrived, I had to pay once it has arrived. And the delivery man will never allow you to open the product or give you the product until you pay. So I intentionally tested him that they are asking for me to pay, and he said, oh, sorry, really? Then he refunded my money to me. Listen carefully. The seller refunded my money to me. So what that means is he has cancelled the order. Him refunding the money means he has cancelled the order. So meaning on the app, they know that the seller has cancelled the order. There's nothing between you and the seller. So after he cancelled the order, he was telling me to pay the delivery man for the phone. And I never did that because immediately I knew he is a scammer. So that means, what that means is, if I had paid the delivery man on arrival with the laptop, that means in case I'm not certified with the laptop, there's any fault, you cannot refund, because on the app it shows that it has been refunded, the order has been cancelled. So please be careful. There are so many people throughout this week. There are several people who has also experienced the same thing. The sellers intentionally do this. Once it arrives, then they ask you to pay, then they cancel the order. In case you are not satisfied, you cannot do anything with it. And the funny thing is, I made the delivery man open the laptop and come and see the laptop that was inside. You will be surprised. It was an old Windows, is this 7 or something laptop that you can't use it to do anything. That is what the seller kept in the box. So if I had paid for the money to the delivery man on arrival, that means my money is gone. I cannot get it back because he has cancelled the order on the app. I know I've been talking so long, but I hope you understood what I'm trying to mean. So now, those living outside China who are unable to receive the package, if you have any shipping logistics or forwarding person in China who will be receiving your item, you need to be very careful. What now our advice is, send the link of the product to that person in China who will be doing product testing for you to buy the item, so that in case there's any challenge like this, it can be very easy for the person to check to you get what I'm trying to mean. So yeah, this is one experience that I've had, and this is not the only experience. I've had several people who bought product from this app, and sellers intentionally did this, and if you are not careful, your money will be gone. I have one friend who also got scammed just this last week, and what happened was the seller told him he cannot understand English, so he should add his WeChat. WeChat is there, they can translate. Yeah, it's true. You can communicate better on WeChat because they have translation version, or you can use Google to translate. Unfortunately for my friend, what he did was the guy built trust between him. Then after that, he told him to pay for the product he wanted to buy. He was about to buy iPhone. Then he paid through Alipay, not on the app. And after that, the guy told him he has sent the phone, he has delivered the phone. But after 1 week, 2 weeks, nothing was delivered to the person in China. And when he tested him, he said the amount he paid was so low, he has to pay extra for him to deliver the phone. Meanwhile, he said he has delivered already, and till now, he never delivered anything, and he has blocked the guy. This is very sad. There are so many people who have been complaining to me this week about people getting scammed on this Ideal Fish app, and I just want to make this video so that you be aware that you need to be very vigilant when you are buying from the app. I know I recommended to so many people for their first time, and I don't want you to be a victim after my recommendation. In my next upcoming video, I'll be making video in how to check who is a right seller, how to avoid being scammed when you are buying from the Ideal Fish app. Irrespective of that, never be worried, because there are also genuine people on this app as well. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe to this video, like, and hit on the notification bell for more videos. Unfortunately, if you have been a victim or you have been scammed on this app, comment in the comment section. Let us know your experience, and let's avoid these things in the future, so that in the future people won't be scammed. Until then, subscribe and take good care of yourself. Bye bye.